How do I do this again? Oh, hello everyone, it's been a while. January was kind of a little bit of a break from streaming. And yeah, month didn't exactly go as I planned, but winter, the usual excuse. Winter depression, winter fatigue. Don't feel like doing shit. Don't feel like, just being a lazy asshole and just playing games by myself and setting things up and like thinking over plans and going through, I don't know, just going through all kinds of like personal stuff too, which has me down. Anyways, yeah, been sleepy as fuck all January as well. Hello Ziona Gabo, hello 99 Prisma Balloons. Hello to anyone else out there lurking. I hope I'm able to remember how to stream. Funky! Colcus, thank you, Colcus. Thank you for 31 months. Thank you. You should be saving your money, buddy. Everyone who's currently subbed to me, you should be saving your money. It's a fucking rip-off to subscribe to me. Because you never know, like, I just might fucking disappear for an entire month and give you guys no streams, and I feel like shit about that, but man, streaming is a very vibe-based thing for me. I have to be mentally up for it, and I have not been mentally up for it. But this kind of like typically happens around New Year's anyways, every year. It's kind of a slow start. Nothing bad health-wise has necessarily happened to me, but it's just like me being down about like work and just like personal life things, and just January is kind of just a shit month overall. It's cold, it's miserable, I'm sleepy a lot. I wanted to stream at least a couple games, but then I started like coming under with something. Everyone's been showing up to work fucking sick and wearing masks and coughing, and it's like, god damn it, I'm gonna get sick from one of these motherfuckers. And lo and behold, I did get sick, but luckily whatever strain they got, like, either I'm built different, I got strong demon immunity, or it was just a very weak strain of whatever the hell they caught. Because, I just had one day where I had like a nasty headache, my sinuses felt a little bit clogged, my throat was like, it felt like it hurt to swallow. And then the next day, it was slightly still there, and now I'm pretty much like, I want to say 90% back. Hello, Scarf to Smith. January doesn't end fast enough. Luckily, it's February 2nd today. So yeah, January did end fast enough, but now we are in the shortest month of the year, which is also the month of love, as I usually like to theme my games around. But we will see what I'm going to be playing. Anyways, let's head on inside. No more snowy weather. I'm sorry if you like snow, but we're back to rain. I figure, like, I'm not much of a snow person. I like rain. The weather around here, it's always rainy. What was I gonna say? Thank you for the redeem. Let me drink some water. What was I gonna say? Shit, it's my brain after not streaming for an entire fucking month. Like, what the hell? What the fucking hell? I guess just like I've been messing around in VR chat and Final Fantasy 14, just kind of like playing single player games off stream. Like I said, I got my new Nintendo 64 controller, and it's like, it works wonders. I booted up fucking Mischief Makers and had a blast playing that for a while, and then realized, like, Rick, you need to stream this game. don't fucking play through the entire game already. And you know, Gun Gauge is a game that I want to play as an upcoming stream. That was going to be right on the day as I got sick. I was going to do the Gun Gauge stream. But I've been playing that a lot offline as well. It's an extremely fun game and I love it a lot. I'll be doing the European version, which unfortunately runs at 50 frames per second rather than the Japanese version being 60 frames per second. We never got that here in the United States, unfortunately. Even though there's like a 60 FPS like hack you can activate, it like messes with the game's resolution, so it like fucks everything up, and I won't be using that. But yeah, hopefully one day someone does a fan retranslation or a ROM hack or an ISO hack or whatever the fuck it's called of the Japanese version of Gun Gauge, so we can have the translated plot and we can have the frame rates restored. Hello, Nanodan. What was that? What was that you do response to again? I'm completely blanking. I'm blanking. The cold air has made it difficult to do much. I like the cold, brisk air. I guess yesterday was also Pokemon Go Community Day. I went out. I saw some wild turkeys. I've been seeing those wild turkeys in that general area every time I go out to play Pokemon Go. So that's like the highlight, is just like finding random wild turkeys all looking for shiny Pokemon. You need to stream those games. I know. I think this year I've kind of just finally fucking said fuck it. I'm not gonna be drawing thumbnails probably as much as I used to. I'm gonna like kinda... It sucks to say, but drawing takes too much fucking time to do, and I want to stream more. And I don't know, I'm not feeling like I'm that great of an artist anyways at this point, so I've tried hard to do what I do for like three probably like 3.5 years now as a VTuber. I've like drawn all my assets, I've drawn all my background. It's like, it's fucking exhausting to constantly be drawing. And it doesn't really like give me any sort of I don't really get much recognition, I guess. And because I don't really like want to be an art streamer. I kind of just like want my art to complement the video gaming side of things, but it's complicated feelings. I don't want to be known as like an art VTuber. I want to be known as the cool video game VTuber. I don't want to... I got some complicated feelings about like VTuber content and just like how I present myself, you know? Doesn't help that every platform is constantly falling apart and making worse decisions for artists in general. Like Twitter, as of course, always doing what it fucking does, makes it impossible for your post to get any reach. And now they release some sort of thing that any image or video you upload, they now 100% own the copyright of or something, and like can use it to train their AI model and shit. It's kind of like, okay, well, you know, I kind of noticed a lot of people I followed don't really like posting their art much on Twitter now, even though, you know, everyone's like, hey, let's all move to Blue Sky, and guess what? Like, fucking Blue Sky's dead. No one really wants to use that shit either. It's just kind of like, damn. I guess you have Newgrounds, you have DeviantArt. DeviantArt is just fucking using their AI now, too. Pixiv is full of AI trash and garbage. Newgrounds exists, but Newgrounds does too good of a job at filtering people, so it's really complicated of where do you exist on the internet as a artist now. We've been on this rant a million fucking times. No one wants to hear it. TLDR, AI sucks. AI ruined the internet. Entire world's kind of gone mad. I guess at this point in time, like the Epstein files have you know, we're getting more and more of those, and shit's fucking insane. If you ever want to lose absolute hope for like all of dangerous advice to give, but if you look into that shit, like you're gonna have a scar on your soul. You're not wanna just, you know, I'm a demon, but I'm a good demon. There's real demons that exist out there. You gotta be careful of the real demons. Like, Jesus Christ. Anyways, life is very exhausting. Life is very chaotic. That's why I've kind of just retreated into VR chat and Final Fantasy XIV. Because it's like, yeah, no, I don't want to like really exist in the real world right now with everything happening. I'm not happy with my hobbies and where I'm currently at in life. Anyways, that's like, you know, this is just a lot of me coming out of a almost month-long hibernation to kind of like stream again. So please bear with me here. I haven't been talking or using my voice too much, I want to say, so I already feel my voice getting a little bit rasp, and I am like recovering after just a little bit of a sickness. So yeah, I've once again like completely forgotten how to VTube and how to stream, and yeah. Probably less art going forwards for like custom title cards and thumbnails. I'll probably like draw up a new like frame for thumbnails, maybe, possibly. This month, the kinds of games I want to play, I guess since you're here at a Final Fantasy XIV stream, spoilers, but Mad Rat dead, Ico, maybe Stray Children at the end of the month, House of the Dead EX Loving Deads. I got a lot of fun ideas for Valentine's Day theme streams this month. If I could pull my ass out of the gutter and have the motivation to play video games again. Sorry guys. Sorry you're I want to say quote-unquote favorite streamer, but I don't think I'm anyone's favorite streamer. Sorry I'm too menhera and too out of it most of the time to give it my best anymore. I'm kind of just, I kind of just do streams whenever I want to do streams and remember that, hey, yeah, Rick, you're a VTuber. You kind of got some people that watch you and like what you make. I guess a silver lining to all the depression was, you know, a while back, YouTube basically did that thing where if you're not logged in, it made certain channels completely invisible to everyone. Well, when I looked at my my channel when not logged into YouTube, I pretty much learned every single one of my videos was completely invisible. I was a dead account if you weren't logged into YouTube. But I did a recent checkup, and you know, no, all my videos were there. So if you're not logged into YouTube, you can see my videos again. So whatever that issue was, I guess it's been fixed. So that's a plus side. It no longer feels like the dream is completely dead. It's only a little bit dead. It's only a little bit dead. Yeah. I wish I had the energy I used to have though. Like, man, fucking going into something completely blind. Well, I wouldn't say blind to streaming, because I did it long ago in the past. I even have some of my old ass, like, fuck, one of the games I streamed was off. I have all the recordings of those streams, because at the time the software I was using, I didn't realize it also recorded me when I went live. So I have like fucking footage of my dumb ass like fucking using entire window capture. I don't even know if that software was capable of anything other than complete window capture. It is so fucking funny. I can see my old desktop, like all my junky files on it, my totally not porn folders, and I don't know. It's like a funny, quirky, innocent times, Rick. You know. I don't think anything dox-worthy, but definitely like very embarrassing streams. Have a good night, Cole. You won't be missing much. It's a short event, I'm pretty sure. But this new event has a new little instance, and it's like a little mini game. So that's awesome. That's fun. I love that kind of stuff, and I'm happy that they finally like created some meaningful Valentine's Day content again for Final Fantasy XIV, because the past few years of the Valentine's event kind of like has just felt snubbed. It's these events either get a whole lot of care and attention, or they get sent to the, okay, here's a 5-minute quest. Get fucked. We don't have the time to focus on Valentione's Day this year, so, you know, it's a 5-minute quest. Here's your lackluster reward that no one likes, and they put the resources towards another event. And I think, like, what, Christmas this year kind of like felt on the short end, like they didn't put a whole lot of resources into that. Well, Christmas last year, I mean. Funnily enough, the topic of those mugs being actual merchandise came up, and yeah, believe it or not, you can physically buy those mugs, so that's why they look suspiciously high quality for what they were in game. The high textures and everything, and you know, I'm not gonna be buying any IRL sadly, because money. But yeah, I guess I'll have an upcoming trip that I'll be going to a convention at the end of March. So I'm kind of excited about that, but kind of nervous. I'll be meeting up with a friend that lives in the area of the con, so, haven't done that in quite a number of years. Hopefully I'm not awkward. Hopefully I'm not weird. Challenge impossible. I always am awkward, and I always am weird. But yeah, I'll finally like get like a short vacation and travel, I guess. I kind of wanted to make it a road trip. I said I was gonna possibly do a road trip this year, but then it just kind of, I don't really feel like driving. The way that the world is currently right now, I don't feel like driving. I just like want to enjoy my time. If I lost my job suddenly and had nothing going on, maybe I just get in my car and drive and drive and drive and drive and drive and drive and drive. That would be the dream, I guess. Kind of the RV life. Just like no roots tying me down anymore. Just go live wherever the fuck I want to go. But sadly, I'm a VTuber. I need the internet. And I need to not leech off the McDonald's Wi-Fi in order to play Scrimblow games for you guys. Rick travels? Barely. I haven't fucking traveled since 2019, I think. It's long overdue. I haven't flown since... God, I actually just don't know I don't remember anymore. The past 3 years has just been me cooped up in my room, like streaming and doing whatever, and just working my job Monday through Friday. It hasn't been a very exciting life whatsoever. Exciting from a creative standpoint, but you could also just see how just kind of out of motivation and out of energy that I am. It's kind of like hard to hang in there sometimes, but yeah. That's pretty much, I guess, caught you guys up on everything and yapped for a bit. Sorry to dump all this depressing shit on you guys immediately as the stream starts, but I'm sure you'll all go quiet once the Final Fantasy gameplay starts up, because it's you know, it's not gonna be an exciting stream or anything. It's just a cute little seasonal story, And then whatever else I feel like doing. Maybe showcasing some of the new content that came out. We sadly don't have no new Hildebrand content, so you'll have to wait for that to be added. I guess we have a new planetary exploration planet that I've been doing on and off a little bit of. Maybe I'll run around on there and show you guys what that looks like. But yeah, it's gonna be a short, chill stream. A lot of, maybe not a lot of reading. Maybe not a lot of reading. I don't know. Give me a break. I already feel like I have a headache coming on. That's how often I don't use my voice. I'm very quiet. I may play VR chat, but I'm not a very chatty person. I kind of just like existing and selectively choosing when to talk. I'm the weirdest streamer ever. You know, no social presence whatsoever. Not a very loud, outspoken person. I just kind of keep to myself and do what I want to do by myself. Or with a group. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. I'm rambling now. Let's hop into Final Fantasy XIV. Why isn't my shit working? There we go. Sorry to spook you guys. There he is. I don't mean to be doing that. Oh my god. It's raining! Oh yeah, but before we begin the event, actually, look at what I have. A while ago, there was a Monster Hunter Wilds crossover contest where or sweepstakes, whatever the fuck they call it. Basically, it was like, oh hey, take a pretty screen cap showcasing the gear or the mount or like any of the rewards from the Monster Hunter Wilds collab thing. And you know, I just did it, submitted it, and I got this, the Great Serpent umbrella or parasol, whatever it's called. What is it called, actually? Where is it? The Great Paris Serpent. There we go. So yeah, this is like the third time that I've gotten something from a sweepstakes like that. When I logged into the game, I saw the little email icon, and I'm like, oh god. And then I went to go check my mailbox and saw it was in the GM tab, and I'm like, oh god. Oh god, what the fuck did I do this time to get like in trouble again? Because in the past I got in trouble and I still don't know why I fucking got in trouble. They didn't tell me what I did wrong. They just said, oh, you were trolling. And I'm like, I don't fucking talk to anyone in this game. What do you mean I was trolling? But yeah, no, it's like, oh yeah, you won the sweepstakes. Here you go. Here's a neat little exclusive umbrella that you can only get from these sweepstakes, and we hold them. I'm like, oh, sweet. And so today I also logged in, and then I had another mail from a GM, and I'm like, oh god, what the fuck did I do now? No! And then it's like, oh yeah, we forgot to give you some more of your rewards. So they gave me like 10 of these wrapped presents. So let's, like, I already opened up 2 of them, and it's a pure white die. I can't sell it, unfortunately. Those are worth a lot. A Tale of the Adventure, One Retainer's Journey 3, which increases one of my retainers' levels to 80 instantly. So that's a cash shop item right there, which is like, wow. It's not a max level increase, but it's like pretty fucking good. Sadly, that's like, I'm not gonna pay an extra $1 a month to get another retainer though. But let's see what else I get out of this actually. Retainer, oh, it's a retainer Fantasia. Another One Retainer's Journey 3. Battle dance materia. No, give me the die. Give me the die. Squadron engineering manual. Squadron enlistment manual. Okay, these rewards aren't as exciting as I thought they'd be. But still, it's nice to give you a little bit of random boxes of shit. Another one retainer's journey 3. I could like just completely respec all my retainers at different jobs if I wanted to. But I think I'm fine with I think it's a botanist, a miner, and a fisher. Because those all tend to like get exclusive minions or whatever every once in a while. But yeah, let's begin the seasonal event quest, I guess. That's what like we're here for. Astrid's Valentine's Day plans have gone awry. The icing on the cake. Oh, well met, friend. I am Astrid, emissary of love and adore. Though the Valentine's Day celebrations are underway, I'm afraid that we are still preparing for the main event of the day. Why, if it isn't Rickubus, it is a pleasure to see you again. I like the Argyle sweater that we get as a reward for this event. We're in dire need of assistance to see the festivities get underway, and an adventurer might be just what we're looking for. If it's not too much of an imposition, might I ask for your aid? I'm already dressed for the part. Oh, thank you. We've been hard at work getting everything ready for today. I even designed this fetching new outfit, and everything was perfectly in hand until we ran into a spot of bother. Allow me to explain. To celebrate Valentine's Day, we were to serve rather generously sized cakes to be shared with one and all. However, operations grounded to a halt at the last minute, leaving our plans in cakes half-baked. Happy Valentine's Month, Ziona. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Ematron. Hope I'm doing good. I just kind of like talked about things and like how I'm doing. Why am I like so like down in the corner? Let me scoot myself up. There we go. I always like save my positions in like VTube Studio, but it feels like my camera just sometimes decides to fuck everything up. The emissaries dispatched to assess the situation should be returning presently with further details. Would you mind joining us at the amphitheater entrance to meet them? There will be better Valentine's Day games that I will be streaming this month, but I'm just doing Final Fantasy XIV for now to kick everything off. I always like to get these limited time events out of the way ASAP. I've kind of like thought recently about like unlisting all my Splatoon 3 and Final Fantasy XIV VODs and just kind of like what's the term? Quarantining them behind a playlist that you have to go out of your way to find, because I hate looking at my YouTube channel and just seeing so much of those things littering the place. You can tell like when I've had a depressed history when you look at like how many Final Fantasy XIV event streams or Splatfests are like back to back. It's like, oh, you could tell when Rick had a lot of tummy hurt and just didn't feel up for streaming. Oh, it's a bakery bedlam in there, Koopo. These pesky mammoths should be creating confectionaries brimming with adore and affection, but instead they insist on being a nuisance and obstruction. It was all too much for us to handle alone. As I expected, this may be best left to someone more skilled in the art of physical altercations. I'm sure you remember Koopka Koop, our Moogle emissary of love, messenger of adore and affection to lovelorn souls the realm over. This year, once again, he has been kind enough to pitch in with the festivities. I'm trying to remember if he was last year's event or not. I kind of forget what happened. I think last year's Valentine's event was kind of a nothing burger event. It was like a very short one. I can't remember. Nothing of note. How could I turn down a request? Did you get a chance to find the MagFest VR portals? Yeah, I hung out when they were doing the live performances with bands and singers in VR chat. So if you walk by that at all, you probably saw me sitting on one of the speakers with my friends and all that. We were just kind of like hanging out and watching the shows and also like seeing what people walk by the VR chat MagFest portal. I always do that like every year. I kind of like, it's a fun little like two-way mirror of reality and virtual reality. I never get to go to MagFest. I'm probably never gonna get to go to MagFest. I heard this year the MagFest was kind of a little bit on the shittier side, so you know, it's a big thing to fly out there, and it's gonna cost a lot of fucking money, and it's probably just not worth it for a person like me. I don't really have much friends on the East Coast, nor any reason to go to the East Coast. People watching via the virtual world? Yeah. How can I turn down a request for aid after hearing the plan for such lavish deliveries of love, Kupo? Many paws make light work, as they say, so I collared a fellow Mog and flew over post-haste to lend our aid to the pâtissiers, or pâtissiers, of House of Valentione. I'm gonna botch the pronunciation of that. I'm not a French speaker. Let me check something real quick. Okay. These deliveries of love are nothing less than the cake in question. Valentione's Day is a time to foster affection for one another, and how better to do so than by sharing a sweet treat? When we shared our vision with Kupka Kup, we soon came to the realization that we would need a facility capable of baking confectionery of colossal proportions. As luck would have it, there was an old manor on the outskirts of Twelveswood, so House of Valentione snapped it up and turned it into a grand pâtisserie. Everything was falling into place. Until the bespoke Mammoth Pâtissiers commission from the Goldsmiths Guild went on a rampage. I would swear they had lost their minds had they any to begin with. Why, the little fiends took us for common cake thieves, Kupo. They all barred off the kitchen in their ceaseless frenzy. Though we have a whistle to stop the mammoth in emergencies, they were upon us before my little lungs could fill with enough puff. I fear the situation may be beyond my power, Kupo. Even with the mammoths behaving so, we cannot recklessly destroy such custom clockwork pieces, which means... Please, Rickubus, your only hope. Will you dodge the malfunctioning mammoths, decorate the cakes, and save Valentione's Day? For the sake of those eagerly awaiting the festival, I beg you. If you insist, it'll be a piece of cake. You two, no doubt, have matters to attend to here, so allow me to accompany our brave adventurer friend and provide what support I can, Kupo. Thank you. I'm sure that together you soon will have matters in hand. Seasonal event instance unlocked. I'm glad to have another one of these fucking things. I love when they do the seasonal event instances. You know, give us something more than just dialogue and like run to the place and like use a key item. Make mini games, make little dungeons, you know, those are like always the best events. Thank you for the water. Basically just saying like, oh yeah, you need 4 players, or you can enter with a fixed party. Just talk to this guy, he'll take you into the instance. Thank you for your assistance. Allow me to escort you to the Pâtisserie. When you are ready, should you wish, I'd be glad to offer my advice as a pâtissier, or pâtissier, ahead of your foray. I don't know how to pronounce this shit. I may be a little bit French. I got, like, apparently a little bit of French blood in me. But I don't know how much. It's just like a bomb that was dropped on me one Christmas by Grandma, so. Whoa. I love the new music that they added for this little mini game. I do know how to play it. Are you guys... We got like 4 lanes. I don't know if they're gonna pick lanes. I love that little like vocal instrument that's being used. We have a list of ingredients that we need to my right. It's just everyone's got to work together, avoid the mammoths, decorate the cake. They have the little horn to disable these little bastards in case they try doing their AoE attack on you. They'll freeze you in place and just waste precious time. Oh! Okay. No! God, these people are making a mess of this place. I do wonder, like, what that little vocal instrument is called. It's gotta have a name. I'm sure, like, a DJ would probably know what the hell that is. I guess, like, if you ever hear, like, a song with a bed frame squeak in it... Fuck, what was that? I just had it in my mind, and I've completely forgot what it's called. I got a lot of friends that are, like, either DJs or musicians, and so they know all those terms. I think we're in a group of people that don't know how to play this, because we should have been done already. Fuck. What direction is it? There, took care of... Oh my god. Making a mess, I may as well knock them out. The thing is, like, how I already kind of like know about the event is I already did it on an alternate character. Sometimes I'll do the seasonal events just to kind of get a good reign on like how long the event is gonna take. And if I'm like gonna need a little bit of extra material afterwards. I've gotten like some perfect like the whole thing is like you're gonna want to decorate at least 5 cakes maximum. It doesn't really give you anything like beneficial to do so. completing this once will essentially like already give you more than you need for event currency. Okay, let's see. We need 4 of the Cactuar cake toppers. Damn, didn't get them in time. I love the little... like, they didn't have to make 3 pieces of music for this event, but they did. And... it feels like... This expansion has had several pieces that feel like they were inspired by Fall Guys. They're very Fall Guys in nature, considering they had the, like, collaboration with Fall Guys. And they probably, like, rubbed elbows with the musicians of that game, or like took some inspiration and just like kind of liked how it sounded. I don't know. I feel like they probably have one of the musicians that worked on Fall Guys definitely working with them. This ain't good. Ugh! Okay, frozen. Macaron. What are we doing on time? We're like already like we were 4:20. So not doing too hot. We only have like what, 2 cakes done? 2.5 out of our allotted 10 minutes to make 5 cakes. It'd be nice to get a perfect. Ugh. I'm gonna get like a lot of wasted currency though if I do this more times than necessary. Cause like you get all this new music and like 2 glamours that you could buy. So the rewards are pretty like decent this time around. There's like a lot of stuff. There's like a lot of furniture. There's music. There's glamour. I know it's like a very high point of contention with the fan base when they do a seasonal event and they're like, alright, well, like, here's 1 item and 1 piece of furniture. Because we've known in the past that they have given a lot more rewards for seasonal events that made them more worthwhile. Dawn Trio has been a really funny expansion of, like, giving us good stuff, but at the same time, giving us bad stuff. It's like a very... it's a wet flame of an expansion. Like, I kind of like it. I don't hate it. There are definitely things that I could criticize about Dawn Trail so far. I like planetary exploration, but I feel like it's kind of a waste of resources to have done it the way that they did it. Because we have the Occult Crescent, which is kind of like the Eureka-styled content, but it's only 1 zone. And so far we have 3 entire zones dedicated to crafting and gathering, which a lot of effort goes into making those zones, and they don't really get used for anything. Which is kind of like, it makes me scratch my head like, yeah, it's cool and all, but like, I feel like this should have been the combat content in the Southern Occult Crescent Island, whatever the hell they call it. That should have been the crafting and gathering zone or something. It feels like very weird to me. The final round is just like grab everything you fucking can. Freestyle this cake. I'm the only one that has contributed anything so far. We are not making this. We are not getting 5 cakes. Fuck. I broke it too fast. Yeah, no, we're not getting a perfect here. I had really good luck earlier on my alt with like a group of people that all pretty much like were on top of it. They knew how to dodge the mammoths. They all knew to like kind of stay in their lane and focus on like their singular ingredients. Our guests will be most delighted. Let us return to the festivities post-haste. So 133 Valentine's Day chocolates, which is more than enough to buy out the entire vendor. Maybe twice. I don't know. I must offer my thanks again, Rickubus. I've never seen such charming confectionery. Now we can finally get the festivities underway. That said, with such a large-scale operation, we can hardly ask you to oversee the production of each and every cake. Would you be able to share the secret to your success? Keep an eye on your surroundings, let no mammoth go unpunished, Kupo, or positive thinking. There's been no positive thinking in this stream so far, so keep a keen eye on your surroundings. So the key is to locate the required ingredients and identify the most suitable path to the cake. Now send a request to the Adventurers Guild and ensure they include this sage advice. I'll see to the appropriate transportation to the amphitheater so we can get the cakes served up. Although I'm glad the celebrations can finally begin, I can't help but wonder what drove the mammoths to madness. Gulp. It couldn't be Kupo. Something on your mind, Koopka, Koop. God, it's like a fucking clusterfuck of people right here. It's like sometimes I wait a day or two before doing the seasonal event. If you do it on like day 1, there's just like so many people around. With you two to wrangle the mammoths, I was able to observe them more and closely, and what should I see, Kupo, but traces of Moogle magics. And the only other Mog who would have the opportunity to cast magic in the vicinity would be Kupna Kuko, who helped prepare the fruit. Mayhap he knows something of this? Well, it seems our next course of action is decided. We must find this Kupna Kuko and see what he knows. I didn't espy him in the Pâtisserie, so I suspected he may be somewhere in Gridania, though in all likelihood, he would attempt a quick escape should I confront him alone. Rickubus, would you mind accompanying me as a suitably intimidating backup? Hello, Dubious. Thank you. I'll join the search once I've submitted a request to the Adventurers Guild for additional cake decorating support. Kupna Kuko is fond of strolls by the water wheel, so the nearby Lancers Guild seems a good place, as good a place as any to begin our search, Kupo. You expect me to take the scenic route? I'm not gonna take the scenic route. It's rainy and it's nighttime in the game, so it's like extra gloomy. No, I guess it is appropriate. It is appropriate for Valentine's Day. I don't even know why I, like... You know, there's a lot of unspoken rules that we used to have in Final Fantasy XIV that they were like, oh, don't show other players' names, don't do this or that, like, there's, like, etiquette. And there was that one time where everyone hated Blizzard and was jumping on Final Fantasy XIV, and all these, like, tourists, basically, influencers, streamers, were playing Final Fantasy XIV and breaking all etiquette. They were doxing player names and doing stuff that they weren't supposed to do, being rude and all. And they weren't punished. It's just like, you know, being polite out of your own, I guess, like, you care about people's privacies, other people don't. The streamers weren't actively punished, and everyone just kind of was like whatever at that point. All the etiquette was broken. And here I am still kind of like trying to not show player names, but you know, it's accidental that you'll click them sometimes and see them, and it sucks that there's like no button I could just press that switches me completely into streamer mode. Maybe one day in the future they will add that in a future patch where I could just do one click streamer mode, but I don't know, you guys get what I'm saying? It just kind of sucks that like a bunch of tourists suddenly played the game and they're like breaking all the etiquette, and you know, everyone just turns a blind eye and pretend, oh, it's fine, we're getting new players in the game, we don't care anymore. It's like, oh, okay, so rules for rules for me but not for thee kind of situation. That kind of like ticks me off a little bit. Kupo Popo. Oh, I could picture it now. Dozens upon dozens of cakes being presented to the adoring public. For the mammoths will be hard at work by now. Yes, everything moves according to my master plan. And all these confectionery delights will appear with neither man nor Mog raising a paw. The commotion has been rather greater than expected, but surely 'tis not but boisterous enthusiasm. Kupo Popo. Kupna Kuko, I believe we found the Mog to blame. Come, Rickubus, together we shall deliver justice. Come quietly or I'll pull off your palm. Kupopopo. In the name of good King Mugomog, XII. I forget what number that is. Is that 7? But yeah, like I think X. No. 12. X is 10, and then 1 12. That's 12. May his magnificence remain unsummoned in his sovereign splendor. Are you? Oh, such murderous intent. Spare me. Spare this cute, fluffy Mog. Kupo! Ripped his palm right off his fucking head. Ah, Astrid. Not only did Nakuko know something of the matter, it turns out he's the very maker of the mischief. Oh my god. Is that a Mischief Makers reference? They remember! Just fucking knowing that that game is locked in Square Enix's vault, just never gonna do anything with that IP ever again. Not that, like, Treasure is even really active anymore. You know, kinda sucks. They're just it's my IP to sit on and do nothing with. That's kind of the unfortunate thing about Treasure. A lot of their games are kind of, like, owned by companies that they got to publish the games, I guess. What? But you said he helped you prepare the fruit. Whatever could he have hoped to achieve by causing the mammoths to malfunction? Malfunction? Great Kupo nuts. You say they're malfunctioning? Oh no, I had such fun helping with the cakes that I returned to the Pâtisserie after delivering the fruit. But Kupka Kup was nowhere to be found. Attending to another of his many duties, I suspect. Then it struck me, Kupo. If everyone was so busy, wouldn't it be better if the mammoths could make the cakes all by themselves? And so I cast a little Moogle magic. which then caused the mammoths to malfunction. Nakuko, you must undo whatever spell you've woven, Kupo. Well, it may have been fairly easy to cast, but not so easily undone. Any attempt to dispel it is liable to end in exploded mammoths. That'd be far too dangerous for the mammoths, and perhaps more importantly, the cake. For now, we have a team of eager adventurers helping decorate cakes, and we've ascertained that there was no intentional sabotage. Oh, what a fine mess you've made. Why didn't you think anyone else, to ask anyone else before deciding on this plan? Sniffle, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause problems. I just wanted to make everyone to have as much cake as their hearts desired, Kupo. Well, as an emissary of love, I'm never one to turn away a helping hand. Any ideas you have, you can always bring them to me, especially if they're about cake. Listen well, Kupna. Whether delivering missives or lending aid, you must always seek the task through for the intended recipient with love. With love? Even though I'm not an emissary? As long as one puts their heart into it, anyone can spread love and affection. Just look at Rickubus. Thanks to him, the Valentione's Day festivities can go ahead. And I think it's past time we went and enjoyed them for ourselves. And just like that, the event is pretty much nearly over. We have one more cutscene to go. But the fact that they actually gave it a minigame and a bunch of like rewards to go along with it is really nice. Love the culinarian gear. Oh yeah, that's something that did happen recently, where all class-locked gear is pretty much unlocked for glamours now. There's no limitations. Basically, you can wear warrior gear as a white mage, you can wear white mage gear as a warrior. I kind of have mixed feelings about it, because there is a degree of class fantasy that completely gets ruined. But then again, you know, I guess it's probably not something that's too out of touch with what Final Fantasy is. Like, cross-job stuff has kind of existed, so it's kind of a goofy rule, but we don't quite have, I guess so really, cross jobs don't exist as in you could be half of a white mage and half of a warrior, but you could technically already just be all those jobs anyways, so I am kind of like certified to use that kind of gear. But I don't know, it's kind of like weird in a uniform sense to see something that completely betrays the eyes, but glamours are kind of crazy already, so the moment they made the glamour system kind of made all that moot anyways. Thank you for the water, let me drink. Ah. Oh yeah, didn't the PlayStation 3 turn 18 recently? I guess the PlayStation 3 technically kind of counts as retro now, doesn't it? Like the PlayStation, like the PS3 is now the age of what was it, when we considered the PS2 retro, or like what? It's kind of like, I don't know. How was it worded? Like the PS2 was new and we were calling NES and SNES and Sega Genesis retro. And then we were calling the PS2 retro by the time like the PS3 kind of came out, or was near the end of its lifespan. And like now the kind of like we're 2 PlayStations later at the PS5 and they're already talking about the PlayStation 6, so the PlayStation 3 is gonna technically be retro if it's not retro already. I don't know, I just kind of like fucking thought of this because like technically this is still a PS3 game. Oh god, I nearly burped, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, everyone's like having breakdowns over it. They're like, oh my god, we're old. We're old. You can't play this on a PS3 anymore. It's been updated, but you know. The fact that its roots are still as a PS3 game. I'm like, does Final Fantasy 14 kind of count as retro too? No. We're thinking too much about things. As you can see, the day's main event is well underway, and cake has been served to one and all. Once again, allow me to thank you for your assistance. The confectionery you contributed is here, in pride of place, and thanks to your advice, the adventurers who undertook the request to decorate additional cakes were wildly successful. It was a success. Hey everyone, sex is the joke. Successful. What a light and fluffy texture, Kupo. It's simply divine. And everyone seems to be having such fun. Is that what being an emissary is? Seeing people bask in these warm feelings? Why, this might even be worth doing the hard work myself, Kupo. Oh ho ho. At last, you see, this is adore and affection. This is the essence of love. It looks like everyone is having a good time. And it's thanks to your help that we made it this far. To think we were this close to everything falling apart at the final step. I couldn't bear the thought, not after all the hard work Astrid put into making this happen. I'll not deny I had my heart set on it. Not so long ago, I came to realize that sharing food and sharing a moment of bliss together is but another form of love. While the gifting of chocolate is the traditional practice, as parts of me hopes that what we have created here today might become a new tradition. Sharing adore and affection with loved ones and feeling their heart answer in return. It is my most heartfelt wish that people across the realm are blessed with many such opportunities. And so, Rickubus, if you feel inclined to venture into the kitchen once more, we should gladly welcome additional cakes. Our celebration is just getting started, after all. And I must insist that you partake as well before you go rushing back to the Pâtisserie. I'll get you a slice right away. And I'll put the tea on. Won't you sit with us for a while? I think we've earned this. Wait. Okay, probably next year we'll get the cake eating emote, because I see NPCs in the background, like, with plates of cake. I don't think that's an emote that exists. Surely that'll be next year. Okay, dialogue basically confirming, yeah, you could go buy this shit now, and then you can re-queue for the dungeon again, so... An extra serving of love. Let's do it again. Let's see if I could get a team that gets a perfect. Still waiting for PlayStation 3 emulation to not suck ass before I try playing anything from the PS3 era. Are people even working on Xbox 360 emulators at this point? I would hope so. Surely they have to. Xbox is just always this unpopular system, no matter what. I'm surprised how good, like, the Xbox emulation has gotten. Like, I was playing Whacked, a while back. That's a game I want to stream. Along with, like, Raises Hell, I want to play that as well. Some, like, weird Xbox Scrimblow games that I'd never see anyone bring up. I can't really, like, recall seeing, like, any retro VTubers out there even fucking playing Xbox games. Maybe outside of like Spike After Dark. He's like the only retro VTuber I know that even fucking touches the Xbox. See, berry frosting. No, I don't need to get the berry frosting. They already got it. Rollin' berries. Yeah, we need more of those. Hello, Mobile Suit Grundle. Apparently there's 360 emulation going on, but I never gotten any of it to run. Yeah, that seems like that's how I feel. It's like it exists. I know PlayStation 3 exists. It's kind of in a somewhat passable form, but it could definitely be better. It's not like the same kind of emulation that you would have with PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, where it just works and you can save state properly. Last I watched a friend play a PS3 game through emulation, she was playing Boku no Yasumi 3. And I think like save stating in the PS3 emulator would basically kind of like restart the game entirely, or some like weird quirk. The cone for this needed to be a little bit bigger. This team knows what they're doing now. Deactivate some of these bastards. Quit harassing everyone. Really activating my almonds. Okay, good. I already have the almonds, actually. Look at those beautiful almonds. Need some sun lemons. Nope. Hello, Phileas Goodman. I made a mess, may as well clean it up. All these mammoths. The Moogleberry cake is halfway to completion. Could be a Chocobo themed cake, it could be a Cactar, it could be a Moogle. Half of your time, we're doing pretty good. gonna knock you out. Oh my god, all of them. I'm just like gonna hang out over here. Oh my god. Every single mammoth. Okay, what do they want? I'll grab some of these. Oh. More almonds. Oh my god, so many. Is this group a wash too? Are we not gonna get a perfect 5? You just like get a different logo at the end. There used to be a really old Valentine's event where it was like a hedge maze, and you were connected with by a tether, and it would put you in with a completely random person. It was like a little love test thing to see how long you would get along with this person. But this is cute too. I don't know why they don't bring back the hedge maze. Perhaps they feel like the player base isn't intelligent enough anymore. Less than a minute remaining. Okay, we did it, we did it. All 5 cakes complete. To think you decorate 5 whole cakes, you have proven yourself to be the master of confection. Magnifique. Magnifique. Thank you for your wonderful help, Kupo. I can, well, the dialogue went by too fast. Our guests will be most delighted. Let us return to the blah blah blah. The former Destiny and PSO tour players upsetting the balance. They did beautiful cakes. Then this is like, what? Was this the one we were decorating just now? Or just like a hodgepodge of like everything? No, or wait, it's probably this one right here. There's like no actual universal theme to this one. It's just like chaos. I love this area. Every seasonal event needs to have its own little like hub area you could hang out in. You know, honestly, I wish there would be a non-instanced version of this that you could just enter and hang out with people and like sit down. Maybe next year they'll do that, or they'll just bring this back and it won't have the minigame associated with it, but you'll be able to hang out here. And maybe they'll just like have it be a restaurant area or something. Because this might be a minigame that you can only experience this year. Because sometimes that does happen with Final Fantasy XIV. They make a cool thing and then they take it away, like that one Halloween event that was basically kind of a full-fledged dungeon with like 3 boss encounters. And it works similar to this, where you have the whistle that you gotta blow on the mammoths to knock them out, but it was like with lanterns and like ghosts and ghouls and wraiths and demons and clowns and all kinds of stuff. That was a really fun dungeon, but it was like a 1-year only thing. Alright, here we go. We got the cozy Valentione beret. We got the cardigan with the Argyle pattern on it. We got the slacks. We got the shoes. We got the comfy beret. We got the comfy cardigan, and we got the comfy skirt. And then Affection Confections Orchestrion roll, Flavors of the Heart, and a heartfelt finish. And then a Valentione chair, Valentione round table, Rollenberry Valentione cake, Valentine's Day MMXXV advertisement, a Valentione rug, and of course the broken hearts. I'll buy the furniture later. I don't feel like clogging my inventory. I'm like pretty limited on space right now, but yeah. If you have your significant other in Final Fantasy XIV, you can whip these out and be like, whoa, I'm one half of the pair. But in my case, this is me. I don't got shit in Final Fantasy XIV. If I ever date anyone, I can't convince them to fucking play this game. They're gonna like want to kill me. No one wants to fucking play Final Fantasy XIV. That's like my curse. Yeah, what is that gonna do? Oh, to the inn, to the inn. Go to the Aetheryte plaza. Plaza. I was gonna say plaza. Plaza. Blah, 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 blah. Is what happens when you take a month-long break, essentially, from streaming. You tend not to speak so good, or pronounce things good. Then again, when do I ever pronounce things good? I never pronounce things good. Missed the Eureka gatherings. Yeah. Shame those kind of died, but that's what happens when everyone's busy, I guess. Oh no, I don't put that in the glamour dresser. I put that in here. It's a waste of a slot to like put these out. I don't even understand why they allow you to store those in the glamour sets. Like this is I love this feature a lot. I wish it were a little more convenient, but in the past, all these would take up a single slot, and we're only limited to like 800 slots currently. It used to be even less in the past, but the thing is, if you have all 5 pieces of an outfit, you can assemble an outfit, and that outfit will only take up 1 gear slot. So the idea is complete a set of glamour and turn all 5 into a single slot. But sadly, like you can't open a menu and like apply all these items to a glamour, I don't think. At least not yet. That'd be like really nice if they could. It's not bunny season anymore. Well, actually it might be bunny season soon, so I shouldn't throw away that glamour just yet. Let's see. Oh, that's my fashion report lamb right there. Let's replace this for now. Let's see, where is it? The emissary hat? No, I want the beret. Let's go with the red one. Let's go with the comfy. Oh wait, it doesn't like it doesn't actually like have gloves. Another thing they've been doing is like making it so that there's like no gender restricted gear, so anyone could like kind of wear anything. Yeah. You have to be like that during World of Warcraft too, so you'd like see a fucking orc running around in a dress. So, you know, glad they give us the ability to do that kind of shit again in games like this. Because, you know, then you get to see Rogadins running around and fucking the goofiest shit. Okay, let's see. Can I dye that? Yeah. Actually, since we're done being a kook. Where was it? There we go. Now, a good streamer, a good Final Fantasy XIV quote-unquote content creator would probably showcase all the furniture and make use of his house, but guess what? I don't fucking give a damn. I don't fucking care. I am not going to like showcase like everything. You could go look up a fucking video of someone else doing that. Actually... This hat doesn't feel like it's the one that's intended for this cardigan. Or is it? This is the comfy, this is the comfy. This is the cozy. Oh. That's why it feels a little bit mismatched, is just because of the jeans. Or the slacks, rather. This card all changes. Now we'll go with this. Yeah, we get the roleplay as grandmas and grandpas now with this outfit. Yeah, it's actually a really nice glamour. Like they kind of, besides like that little pin right there with a heart on it, you can't even really tell this is a Valentine's Day event outfit. It looks like a really nice casual piece of wear that anyone could use or incorporate into an outfit if they want. Anyways, yeah, I can't think of anything else to do now with the event. I pretty much got everything. So yeah, here's a spoiler part. If you haven't progressed in Final Fantasy XIV to Endwalker, we're going to fucking outer space now. Prepare for some like goofy ass South Park music. So I was doing this earlier. On this new planet that we're on, there's like this ancient civilization and these ruins that we kind of made our house in. This is a server-wide progression feature where everyone's crafting and gathering and accumulating progress in this bar up top. And then it unlocks the next step, and then everyone gets together. It's a giant server-wide event where they start going crazy, crafting and doing like a fate to build up the place. You know, it's kind of like the big victory of, all right, we pushed it to the next level. We built the floor here. We built more Cosmo liners around the zone. And yeah, something new to this, I guess you could technically call it patch or season, is drone modules. I can afford one more. It's pretty much more or less the same content as every other exploratory mission patch. Okay, that's very close to the aetheryte up there. Oh yeah, they did add aetherytes to these now, so it's less of a pain in the ass to fucking travel around these planets. So I do like this feature that they added, where it's kind of like a little treasure hunt. You use the drone, you go out to find the drone, and you either get a bronze, a silver, or a gold. Obviously, you want the gold because it has an exclusive mount and emote that you could possibly get from it. Let's see, is it gold? Is it, it's a bronze. Let's launch another drone. Okay, all the way down there, but it's right next to an aetheryte. But yeah, as you're crafting and gathering, you could, if it's a grade A mission, you'll accumulate drone bits that you could buy these drones with. So it's like more incentive for people to keep doing it, you know. It's another gacha and gambling system added to make it a little bit more worthwhile for people to do this, because not gonna lie, the last patch of this, people pretty much after 2 weeks lost all interest in progressing this. Another fucking bronze, god damn it. So I think they added this as a way to motivate people again. Okay, that is... where am I again? I'm like all the way down here. Isn't this music like goofy as fuck? Hello, Doc Irving. Oh, I went the wrong way. Okay. Yeah, this planet, I don't know. I don't like it visually. I don't think this is a very interesting backdrop for a planet. It's just like rocks. The previous planet was really pretty and like actually really fucking cool. This one is just, it's got some cool geodes and like rocks and stuff occasionally. But they could have pushed it to be a little, another bronze. They could have pushed it to be a little bit more exciting and different. Okay, back down there. But Stellar Return will probably be faster. Yeah, it's like pretty bland visually. Like, I'll show you guys the previous planet. They gave me like really easy to reach ones, but this is probably gonna be another bronze. I wouldn't be lucky enough to get a gold on stream and then get the super rare mount or emote that's selling for several million right now. Hopefully they depreciate in value so I don't have to play with RNG. Just let somebody else do it for me and I'll buy it for cheap when the price of it drops. Looks like a giant skull, a purplish stone crystal, maybe. My theory was like with this, like, look at how huge this zone is. Crescent Occult is such dog shit replacement for Bozja and Eureka. Because it's been one zone, they've added like 3 phantom jobs, and they're like, alright, well, here's the same fucking fights you've been doing forever, you know. But like, you're like, realistically, all the crafters just stand in base. They don't ever like really leave this small area right here to go explore this giant fucking, all this. It's all going to waste because the only people that use this are like gatherers. So like, why did they go out of their way to make these amazing looking set pieces and new assets and everything? And then it's like, it's non-combat out there. There's nothing to do except for like hit rocks and trees to gather stuff. This feels like it should have been the combat content of going, I guess the idea of colonizing different planets made them tug at their collar like, gulp, that wouldn't be a good look for the Dawn Trail expansion. So instead they sent us to a little island and just gave us like maybe like 10 things to fight, and then slapped us on the ass and said good fucking luck. Oh yeah, we gotta see what's in our bronze treasure. No. Appraise them. It's like deep dungeon shit or Eureka treasure chests. Wind up Chimera, you know. Everything that you get from these are massively devalued on the market board, so it's not even really worth it to try and sell these. Just fucking scrap them or like tear them apart or whatever. It gets devalued pretty quickly. Let's go gambling. This is the other thing that they do to get people to do the content. Let's go gambling. No, it's gonna be shit. Ah. Right before the power suit coffer. It's fine though. I already got the associated mounts from this is from the Cosmo credits. I already got the red tractor. I got the Rapid Fab vacuum suit. And then from the gambling, you could also get the Volatile Gravity vacuum suit. Just the same reskinned thing from the first part of this content, unfortunately. Is it a multi-person mount? Unfortunately, no, you can't put people in the tractor. I do like the color of this one though, because you know, I'm a person that likes turquoise and teals and kind of like greenish blues. Let's see. The content is more or less like always the same here. It's just go somewhere and hit a tree, do a little gathering challenge. Most people in base are probably like running a macro script that does everything for them. I don't think gatherers have that same lazy privilege. We have to like actively do things. You go to your mission, you start the mission. What is this? Acquire the amount of items. Easy. So there's like a normal completion, a silver, and a gold. Ideally, you just want gold for everything. I usually push for gold because it's the highest amount of XP to upgrade your tool. The entire point of this is to upgrade the tools that you are given. You know, server, community, content, get a really fancy piece of gear at the end of it. It's kind of like the relic weapon quests, but for crafters and gatherers. And you know, you get like a bunch of exclusive stuff as well. Like all the mounts that I just showed off. So it gives you a little bit of credits. They added like if you keep getting gold in a row, it like increases what you get. I got the same mission again, ideal. So like when you get 5 golds in a row, all your rewards get increased. So higher numbers means more drone bits, more Cosmo credits, more Oizys credits. Cosmo credits are universal. You could buy any of the like mounts and stuff from previous planets. The glamours, the glasses, the fashion accessories, all that shit. But the planetary credits are exclusive to their gambling. And those rewards are only available through their gambling wheel. So that's kind of like the FOMO of if you miss out on a previous planet's gambling gear, like once everyone's moved on to the next planet, all those older things might become a lot more rare. So that's kind of like a sign to get them when they're cheap and don't wait too long. A lot of like Final Fantasy XIV's economy is kind of built on that of if it's like recent content that rewards you these things, you want to kind of like be on top of that and buy it before it rises. It's not necessary, like, at first it's a high value, then it dips low, and you want to buy it when it dips low. But then once the content is no longer relevant, there's a good chance that it's gonna raise in price again. So, doing so, you could essentially... you can make a lot of money in the future. Oh hey, I got it again. Usually it sends you onto a different mission, but I've gotten this one 3 times in a row, which is nice. It's nice and easy. I hate the collectability ones. Buy low, sell high. Yeah. Or buy low and just have it. You don't always need to be a reseller. Crafting like raid gear is typically good enough for making money. That's how people hit like gold caps in this game. Oh, a mech op just there we go. Let's see if I get to pilot the mecha. Though, if I don't get to pilot the mecha, at least I'll get ground support and then I'll get a bonus for like doing these little missions on foot. I'm just an old little man chopping a space tree. I'm a little unfocused. Yeah, this is limited gathering points, but I'm like very confident that I could just get everything that I need from this. This content also serves to essentially allow you to level like crafters and gatherers up that you haven't. You know, it's kind of like catch-up content. Let's return to the base. So you talk to this guy. Now, you can spend the planet credits on spinning the gambling wheel, or you can spend them on getting a pilot license to then possibly do these fates. And then, you know, you kind of, I think it's a better investment to buy the mecha license because the amount of Cosmo credits you get is pretty fucking high. And the stuff that you could buy with the Cosmo credits will make you money back, but everyone wants to do the gambling thing more. And those are the items that often devalue immensely. So my strategy is to just stockpile those and like just always do the mecha. Always do the mecha stuff. It's just overall a better investment. Then each planet has like 2 little exclusive mech ops that you can do. If there's more that they've added in the past, I don't really recall. It's like consistently binges the 2 same ones per planet. But some of them have slightly different rules to them. What we call floatstones are rocks charged with anti-gravitational energies. They have been the mech pilot you have re-engineered for this mission, allowing you to use its new and improved ionic turbo blaster to collect and condense. It goes by way too fucking fast. What? This is like a, what is this, an airship song, I think? I forget which Final Fantasy it is. Is it 4? Or is it 6? Probably 6. I don't know. Fake fan. He can't remember everything by heart. Over 16 different fucking Final Fantasy games. Kill him, whoop his ass. He doesn't fucking deserve to play this game. 4 goes to the moon? Okay, that's probably definitely 4. ENVtuber was the Final Fantasy IV expansion, though. Well, I guess this is typically tied to ENVtuber in a way, so it makes sense. I have played Final Fantasy IV. Final Fantasy XIV is just like an amalgamation of every single Final Fantasy game out there. And I really wonder what the next expansion is gonna take influence from. My guess is they might go for a Final Fantasy VII. I don't think they've done that before. I'm trying to remember. They're kind of like rehashing like the plot slightly. Well, no. We already had like the weapon trials, so that was during Shadowbringers, though. Yeah, Dawn Trail was Final Fantasy IX. ENVtuber was Final Fantasy IV. Shadowbringers was... It had, the raid series was like Final Fantasy VIII flavored. And the trials were Final Fantasy VII's weapon bosses. So they kind of like either choose a theme for an expansion or a raid series or trials to kind of like tell a side story, taking influence. Because we did fight the elemental fiends in ENVtuber and they were cool. I do like the elemental fiends. What was I doing? Oh yeah, let's go gambling. So, also, when you do get to drive the mecha, you not only get a whole bunch of credits, but you also get a guaranteed Big Bang fortune ticket, so you're kind of getting everything for the mecha. But people, the thing is, people don't want to do the mecha because they're stupid. So I could pretty much always guarantee that I get a mecha. So, you know, I'm making out like a bandit here. I'm getting the best of both worlds. Everyone else is dumb. Oh, I didn't get the power suit coffer. Don't tell them I told you the secret. Spend it on the mecha op licenses. They're more worth it. But I guess maybe if you have a higher pop server, because this is Balmung after all, everyone's like too busy sucking dicks in the quicksand to actually do fucking video game content. It's all just like fucking level 1 alts, idling and Olda, while the actual players like me that are trapped on this godforsaken realm are kind of, you know, we just accept our cruel fate that we're on the ERP server at this point. It used to not always be like this. It was always kind of like this, but, you know, we were at least tied to a living data center that had a bunch of raiders and PvE people. And then Square Enix is like, nah, we're gonna make a third shitty data center, and we're gonna shove Balmung off to it. And that's basically the quarantine center. It sucks. It sucks. Time to go to the quicksand? No. But yeah, sometime last year, we did Phaenna. I think that was like the anniversary event, and I was like super fucking depressed during that, I think. I don't know. But yeah, the base here has been built up. Like, look at this. This is kind of like the end result. We're just basically colonizing planets. Well, yeah, we're not killing anything. We're just kind of like gathering all of its resources and building these cool bases. But I love Phaenna a lot. Like, this place was cool. It's like, it's so saturated. It's got so many colors. It's fascinating. It's got new fauna. It's got a mech op that no one is doing. That's not a player. That's just a bot that makes it look like someone's doing anything. But yeah. See, just a whole nother giant zone that goes to waste because no one fucking would even leave this base in the first place. This used to just be an open area with like none of this shit built. But this is kind of like, yeah, every time the players complete a step and craft and accumulate all of our points towards a common goal, we get the, you know, we unlock the next step and we build up the base. And, you know, that's always kind of a fun little thing to see. And, you know, it's kind of a fun little place to hang out. But I love the music here. I love the overall vibe of this planet. It's really pretty. It's really fascinating. They did add... I don't have any of these, I don't think. It's much better than the other planet, yes, but unfortunately that other planet is the current content. So we get the South Park penis music, and we unfortunately just get nothing but brown ugly rock planet with a somewhat pretty floating rocks. Now, let's go and let's just go grab the Aetherites. I think that's how I'll spend the rest of the stream. You'll just get to see the other planets and how we progress these so far. We used to not be able to mount up on these, but then they decided like, yeah, no, not allowing people to ride their mounts here was such a dumb, boneheaded move. We're gonna design a giant zone of fucking nothing and not let players ride their mounts around. What were they thinking? It used to just be Cosmo Liner only, which is why these damn things even exist. Let's see. South. I like how we could, like, get on the Cosmo Liner and we still keep our mount status. Probably as a means to force players to engage with what they built. Well, there is nothing to engage with. You're still running there on foot. You're just more slow about it. And, you know, it's already, like, really grindy content. Like, people really didn't like the first step. The first step was really mishandled. But they properly balanced everything, I want to say, by Phaenna. And then they refined it even further and added some better systems in the Oizys. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. Yeah, this would have been a fucking cool place to fucking fight a boss or something, but no, there's like not really any purpose to this, as far as I know. Maybe some rare missions that show up occasionally, but you know, it's just all this work for nothing is what it feels like. The aetherites that I'm collecting right now, these were added just with this patch, I believe. Because they realized, yeah, it fucking sucks to have to always travel on foot to all these places. Let's see, we'll head back to the base. That last one is out of the way in such an annoying way. And then south again. I don't have to do this, but the completionist in me wants to do this. So sometimes, like when we get to the next step of a planetary exploration build-up, sometimes it's just to unlock an entirely different zone, like this, within the zone. You know, carve a hole into a cave, build some bridges. Am I able to just jump off here? Yeah. But this would have been a really cool zone to have as a little expeditionary Eureka-like. I'm still really bummed that Crescent Occult it has nothing to fucking offer. It's just the same boring shit. And they just half-assedly go, here's 3 new phantom jobs. Level that shit, I guess. There's your content. Get fucked. And crafters and gatherers, like, get these high-effort zones that are just underutilized. Though, I do have to say, the regular moon kind of just sucked ass. I was not a fan of the moon. This was our starting point. Oh, red alert. But there's no one here to finish it. I guess at least we get the pretty lighting, kind of. But yeah, we have a giant dome here. Let me... It plays like generic sci-fi action music, but this is a better song to be listening to. Oh, it's not that part of the song yet. It's a meteor shower. So this entire zone was a lot more like circular in how they laid it out, but it was like also very bland. Besides like Yellow Rock Canyon and Bluestone Mountains over there, it was I think this is like a vegetational area over here. So the red alerts are like something that happen maybe every 4 or 5 hours, where it's like a super easy to complete fate, so it gets you more XP for your tool. Here's one of these like Gundam elevators right here. It's a really fast way to get XP and then get Cosmo credits and planet exclusive credits when they do happen. And it also applies towards the overall meter. So they're nice when they do happen, because it's like a small boost. A small boost to literally everything. There's no benefit to not doing it. But as of right now, I'm too busy grabbing aetherites, so I can't quite do it. But it's not gonna get complete anyways, because there's no one here on this planet really like doing it. They don't want to do it. They're done with the moon. We've already built the thing. There's nothing else to build here. But yeah, this is I guess like the mushroom and virus part of the planet, where crashed space debris landed and brought like some vegetation with it that somehow managed to survive on the moon and infect it. Okay, and this way. Usually the moon in its normal state is not very pleasant on the eyes. It was very eye straining when this first came out. I did not like it. We had this like cool tunnel. We could either go through the Cosmo liner or we could just run through it. Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-dun, dun 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 dun. This whole area was one of those areas that we dug a hole into a mountain to unlock, but I'm not necessarily sure what the point of that even was in the long run. And that should be all the major points here. But you'll see the natural colors of this place when there isn't a meteor shower happening. I think it's like technically morning, nighttime here, but like, yeah, look at this flashbang. It's not very easy on the eyes. Imagine like for hours and hours doing content here, staring at this and then like It's one of those situations where you look away from your monitor and you're like, oh my god, like your eyes adjust. That's my criticism of this very first part. Of course it's the moon, of course it's gonna be gray, but holy shit, it's so unpleasant on the eyes. You need like sunglasses for this shit. Anyways, yeah, this has been like the 3 major planets. We're working on the 3rd one right now. And this is the ship that we use to get to all the different planets. So yeah, there we go. I didn't have any filter because I love destroying my fucking eyeballs because I'm an idiot. We have another mech ops, but I missed the mecha pilot assignment, so I can at least do it on foot. Let's see which one this is. Is it the one with the spider mechas? I think it is. Yeah, it is. So as a ground person during the mech ops, I'm not piloting the cool spider mecha around. I have to just go do this to help out little by little, you know? Go find the little pools of energy on the floor and just drill into them, dissipate them. Now, we could get these things as a mount, but they require doing the hardest missions and building up a lot of currency. So I'm gonna wait for the market to dip on that, since I don't necessarily want to do that myself. I'll buy one for like, what? 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, whatever the lowest price I think at the time it's gonna reach. The little Cosmoliner surfboards were the previous, was it 100 token... like the same process that you get that spider mount that was added in Phaenna, like the super difficult missions to get those. I think you gotta like earn 100 small tokens and then turn them into a major token and then earn 100 of those tokens. It's like it's a foldable system. So, annoying grind, but if you're a pro at gathering or crafting, it probably comes a lot more easier to you than it does me. And then, this is a first for the planetary mech ops, where there's kind of like a boss battle. It doesn't do anything to damage you, it just stuns you if it hits you with its little gravitational things. But this is the kind of stuff that they should add to more of these mech ops. Keep it a little bit like fresh and interesting. Make it kind of feel a little bit like a boss encounter, even though there's like no combat. Of course, the mechs do more damage to it. Everyone else is just doing like chip damage. See, there I got my ground support buff. So, due to supporting mech ops, credit rewards are increased. Remaining bonus 20 out of 20. So the next 20 missions will give me a small boost, and you know, before I'm even like 25% of the way through that, another mech ops is gonna happen. Like, it's impossible to lose that buff unless you don't get it for driving the mechas. That's like the offset, I guess. But yeah, that's the only way you run out, is if you consistently keep getting the mechas and getting to ride them. So yeah, that's like pretty much the entire flow to this content. It's Battle 1 from Final Fantasy IV. Okay. Yeah, the music is different if you're not driving the mecha. Let's see. The credit exchange. If you're a fan of sci-fi outfits, this is like some of the rewards that are offered. Let's try that on, try that on, try that on. A generic space mook suit. Let's get the captain outfit on. There you go. You're a star captain. This is like a pretty nice outfit. And now we have the Star Admiral, which is really cool. This is like what's that fucking like hell whatever the fuck that was like really popular, Helldivers. It's like more of that look, or like more of a villainous look. Yeah, this one right here is the most recent outfit we can get. And of course, like, yeah, here we have 2 mounts, a framer's kit, triple triad card. These are only the recently added, so through all the planets, these are like all the rewards that you can spend the credits on. And the credits you accumulate a lot more slowly. So it's kind of a while to get everything. And then, you know, we also have all the other rewards that you could get from the Cosmic Fortunes over here. Since I'm streaming, let's go gambling one more time. Let's see if I can get the power suit. No, there's no power suit. Droning way. I don't need those. I'll take my chances with trying to go for the minion. I want the minion. I don't have the minion yet. It's a little UFO catcher. I want it. Let's go gambling. Nah, it's gonna land in the green. God damn it. Here's your magic prism. Go fuck yourself. What a waste. But yeah, I look forward to seeing what this planet completed looks like, because we have a kind of made this abandoned structure our home, and we're kind of building around it. So I'm always a fan of seeing, like, I guess it's already a man-made structure. It's not necessarily nature blending with technology, but it's like more taking ancient ruins and building on top of it, which is kind of a neat little thing. So yeah, this is like pretty much where I've just kind of been hanging out in the game. Oh yeah, we had the new PvP season reward. Where the hell even is that thing? I already forget what they call it. Would it be with all the mecha stuff? I think it would be all the mecha stuff. What the fuck was it even called? Still getting used to this new feature where you could like fold everything into a single button. Wanyudo. Yeah, this thing. This was from the latest PvP series, and I finally got it, so I don't have to do fucking PvP anymore until the next patch. Thank God. I fucking hate PvP in Final Fantasy XIV. It's so boring and lame. I haven't flown with this thing yet. Sadly, we can't fly here, but I imagine it starts spinning when you fly. It's based off of those like yokai wheels or whatever they are in Japanese culture. If you ever played Okami, you've seen a ton of them where they have like faces or like eyes or mouths on them or masks. I don't even, are they a I think they're a yokai. Just like, never really like properly know what the hell these things are. I think they're yokai. Just like probably an abandoned wheel that turned into a yokai or got possessed or something. Anyways, yeah. This has been Final Fantasy XIV. St. Valentione's Day event. And partially space exploration, I guess. Let's head back to the living room. Not that we ever left. Wow, there we go, there we go. Oh, I have to stop looking at my phone now for the chat. That's amazing. It's always annoying playing fucking full screen games because I have to look at the tiny little phone screen because I'm a one monitor peasant. They show up a lot in the Metroidvania, Castlevania games, yeah. They're like something that those wheel yokai are something you always see in like so many different games. But then you never like learn what their actual names are. Well, you probably do learn what their actual names are. I'm just stupid. I can't like remember right now. I feel a light headache coming on, unfortunately. This kind of like happens whenever I stream. And I haven't streamed for a while. Just exhaling and talking so much, like my brain can't process it. It's like, wait, what? Why are you suddenly like not? Why are you talking so much, Rick? What the fuck? You never do this. Why are you doing this? And so the sound of my own voice kind of rattles my brain, I guess. I don't fucking know. Maybe I don't know. Here's hoping it'll pass soon. Yeah. Wanudo? Oh, it's just literally a Wanudo, huh? That's not like a Final Fantasyism name. It's just the actual Wanudo. Okay, I'm stupid. I'm fucking dumb. I don't know what the name of these things are. I thought like they just wouldn't outright put a yokai in the game and name it after a yokai. They would come up with something in universe for Final Fantasy to call it. Because they don't call them humans in Final Fantasy XIV. No. They're a completely different species that aren't human, even though they look human. That's the kind of like logic that they typically tend to follow with Final Fantasy. It's all like a completely different race. It's all a completely different animal. Humes, right? Yeah. And they don't call them elves, they call them Elizin. And they don't call them orcs, they call them Rogadin. You know, stuff like that. Okay, so I'm pretty hungry. It's only been like a 2-hour stream, which it's short. Hopefully the next one is longer and a much more entertaining game. A surprising amount of people did show up today for a Final Fantasy XIV stream, which is always unexpected. Thank you very much for watching. Here, let's head outside. Okay. So I'm gonna just spend the rest of my night relaxing a little bit, get something to eat, drink a shit ton of water. Good to have you back, Ricky. Don't get used to it. Who knows? Maybe February will go horribly wrong for me, and I'll disappear for another full month. No, I don't want to do that for you guys. It's prime real estate this month to play some love-focused games. I got plans, so I don't want those plans to fall through. Just as I was saying earlier at the start of the stream, I'm probably gonna slow down on the whole drawing and art asset creation and drawing custom title cards for every stream. I don't have it in me anymore. It honestly was never worth it. No one else but me really did that for the longest time, and everyone who does try and take that up, they eventually do just burn themselves out as well, unless, you know, they have all the fucking time in the world and they have like the energy of a coke fiend or something, you know? They gotta be on some sort of drug where their entire diet consists of energy drinks and they need like maybe 1 hour of sleep a day, and they have the energy of the sun to do everything that they need to do. I am so envious because I'm a very slothful demon. Thank you for the take care of yourself redeem, Prisma. I'm sorry to anyone out there who wanted to spend more time with me, but please do understand I don't have a lot of energy. I'm a very tired incubus. I'm not the young spry incubus I used to be. I'm old. I'm getting old. Oh, dusty old bones, full of green dust. Okay, who's online tonight that I could send you guys to? Who is online? Who is actually doing anything good? Okay, I see where I'm gonna send you guys over to. So, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for lurking. I don't really have much else to say or talk about at the end of this stream. If you're following me on social media, even though it's all dead at this point, it all fucking sucks. It's all trash. Thank you very much for following me and liking my posts and, you know, keeping me like a little bit more motivated. I have motivation, but you know, every so often I need a little bit more to kind of keep the engine going. If it all dries up, I feel like I'll just like, it sucks. Number brain rot really does suck. But that's just how life is on the internet. Sometimes, you know, positive reaffirmations that you're doing good at what you do. See number go up, feel good about yourself, want to try harder. But keep trying to do amazing, trying to be the best you can be, and number stays same or number go down, make you feel bad, make monkey brain go, oh, I'm not good enough. And yeah, that like that does psych me out, that does fuck me up a lot. I am not immune to the number brain rot. And the number brain rot sometimes does get me down. That's why it feels like after like 3.5 years of VTubing, I don't feel like I've progressed as much as I wish I have. It's rare to see a new follower. It's rare to, you know, people out there reach thousands of followers within like the first few months of their VTubing. Me, you know, it takes a humble like 3 or so years to probably get like around 527 followers on Twitch. Everyone joins VTubing thinking, oh, I want to be cool, I want to stand out, people are going to think I'm really cool. It doesn't always work out for all of us. Even if you try your best, it doesn't quite work. It's sadly a hobby where socializing and rubbing elbows and being not socially inept kind of benefits you more than being a recluse like me. So yeah, I'd probably be better at VTubing if I were more social, but I'm not a social person. I'm just a lonely incubus living in this rainy old home, playing my dusty old games that no one gives a fuck about. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for following social media or being in the Discord. Thank you for following the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching the VODs. I appreciate all the support. even if I get Minhair sometimes. Here's hoping the rest of the year won't be like January, and that I'll be able to have more fun streams with you guys, and maybe we'll watch some goofy old cartoons, watch some movies, do some stuff that's not video games. Though sadly I can't back that up on YouTube for reasons, but you know. Anyways, take care everyone. I'll see you next time for some loved theme video game. Well, actually no. The next video game is probably going to be Gun Gauge, and then we will go into the love theme video games. But hey, I love Gun Gauge, so fuck it, it's a love theme stream. See you guys next time. Until then, farewell, bye-bye, oyasumi, sayonara. Shit, I already said oyasumi. I usually save that one for last. I need to fucking redo my outro. Anyways, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.